Hey, I'm Mike, and welcome to Retro Boost. This will be my last follow-up video on the RetroFixes Super Nintendo mod that I got. Last up is the RAD2X. So in the main video, the RetroTINK 4K Pro was the highlight, showing before and after footage and discussing the mod in detail. I'd refer you to that if you want to know the particulars about the mod process with the Super Nintendo one-chip systems that RetroFixes offers. Did a follow-up with the RetroTINK 5X Pro and then the 2X Pro to show before and after with those scalers. This time it's the RAD2X's turn. The RAD2X is a very interesting device. If you're looking for like a pointed solution, if you own a Super Nintendo as an example and just want like a nice way to convert that to HDMI, get a little better picture out of it, but still get the benefit of the system outputting in RGB mode, the RAD2X is perfect. It also uses the output that is compatible with N64s and GameCubes as well. It can also grab onto RGB mode if you have a modified N64, which is really cool, and also has a toggleable smoothing filter that comes way in handy for consoles like the N64, those early 3D era ones. Make them look a little better, given that it cannot do scan lines, so it's a good compensation for that. What I have here, though, is before and after footage with the Super Nintendo that I sent off to RetroFixes to have the RGB mod installed. That mod process cleans up the system, literally, and also entails installing the RGB mod that'll help with the center line issue, ghosting, and make the colors look more natural, because by default, one-chip SNESs have like a really bright, almost overexposed kind of nature. It's still subjective if you like that or don't like that or what have you. I'm not here to impose my opinion as the law, just to show the before and after stuff. This is all interesting to me. But I want to preface now that, maybe you'll prefer the unmodified system or maybe you don't. It's totally fine either way. It's all optional stuff here, obviously. Even just the default standard 2-chip SNES with the RAD2X in particular looks quite spectacular, but this just kind of gives us an idea, peek into kind of like the peak. A peek into the peak. How awesome. Given that all the cards have been stacked in favor of the system, of the RAD2X, that is. The system is modified. RGB mode is already an option for it, so we'll see what it's going to be able to do. For comparison footage here, got a couple of games, UN Squadron and Kirby Superstar, plus Super Mario World. The interesting thing here is that I didn't get a lot of footage with the 2X Pro and the RAD2X before sending out my system for modification. I really wish I had done UN Squadron footage with the 2X Pro, because that one was even more limited, with this one having that option at least. But we'll see how it goes. RGB mode is what defaults on with Super Nintendos like this from the RAD2X. The smoothing filter is off for these examples, so let's let it go. All right, what we thinking? I think that the examples here kind of give a better insight than what I had for the 2X Pro, which is all my fault that I didn't have more footage. I should have shot more. But UN Squadron, I think, is a really interesting one because the opening moments that show the eye opening up, the white in those eyes is like so much more correct, in my opinion, on the post-modded system than the pre-modded one, which almost has like a yellowish kind of tint to it, which is really interesting. And then right after that, during the plane takeoff sequence, the runway, the asphalt color just seems more correct and natural to me on the post-modded system there as well. Pretty interesting stuff. Still subjective though, you know, if you don't care for that, if you prefer it pre-mod, hey, all more power to you. I really enjoyed my one-chip system that I got when I first talked about that a couple years ago. You can find them in different conditions and different revisions that can look far better by default without a mod than others can. The system that I had in particular really suffered with that center line issue, most noticeable on the title screen for games like Super Metroid. I can throw up that same example I talked about in the 2X Pro follow video that shows that, and the mod in this case fixes issues like that, which makes it really awesome. Plus the overall attention to detail with cleaning the system and even performing some maintenance for free on the system, all of which I discuss in the main video about it that I would encourage you to check out if you're interested in the mod service, that I have been extremely happy with. And it's really great to see what that system can do while using the RAD2X, which is a very interesting device and very budget friendly for the quality that you get from it from systems like Super Nintendo's, plus having support for N64 and GameCube as well. So really cool. There are also other models of the RAD2X made for different systems that Retro Gaming Cables offers. So might be something worth looking into depending on your situation, what you're looking to do. The RetroTINK devices, depending on the model, can offer a lot of utility for a large console collection, but if it's just one system you own, especially that system is one like the PS1 or the Super Nintendo, RAD2X may be a great solution for you. So I hope I've shown off what it can look like when you have systems like modified, like in this case with the RAD2X. It's pretty spectacular. So hope you found this one helpful and informative. It's a short one like the previous one. I debated doing them all in one video, but it might, at that point, I think it'd be better if they were separate for people that are interested in the particular devices being discussed, the RAD2X in this case. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.